They'll be calling you a radical. Hi, Kevin Blanch. Got breaking news on Fukushima. I told you guys I would wait until we found something with some significance before I reported it, as all we hear is radio gaga. This story is not going away. As I reported here just a while back, that a 1,300 signature petition had went to the Japanese prosecutors. And everybody in the United States is like, oh yeah, so what? And I reported this is not the United States and the sex fest with Jamie Dimon and congressional joke hearings who have mean nothing, which are a total joke, as white-collar crime is not only accepted and legal in the United States, it is encouraged. This is Japan. It is very different. Very different. As I reported and said, people are going to go to jail, and this 1,300 signature petition was accepted by the prosecutors yesterday. The prosecutors came forward, just as I reported they would, and said, we are opening the investigation. This is not the United States as some sex fest. I touch myself when I think of you, Jamie. Congress ridiculous. United citizens divided. We buy politicians. Karl Rove right here commits felony. Who Novak himself comes out and says Karl Rove did it. As Cooper himself, we have it, proof, as he still commits more crime because there is no accountability in the United States. That is every problem with this country. Every problem is this. White-collar crime is legal. Even when it's proved, it's documented. There is no accountability. There is no capital politically, socially to go after white. The whole world is so sick and tired of white-collar criminals getting it, but no accountability. This is why this is so important. This is why this will be the story that fractures the dynamic, that shatters the glass ceiling of white-collar crime being legal. There are going to be TEPCO executives and Japanese politicians go to prison, maybe executed. Watch, watch, watch. As I reported this before, and everybody comes to me and says, oh, so what, another man. Oh no, this is not the United, this is Japan. You don't think strength in numbers, as the Japanese people have taken to the streets from day one, as the Japanese government has lied to their own people, social media is huge with this. This is the era of YouTube. This is the era of Facebook. This is, as social media started out as here, let's watch this kid go to sleep. Look at that cat. It is evolving to something much more important in so many ways. It is becoming the outlet of academia, the outlet of intellectual thinkers, as academia in the classroom has been kidnapped and smashed down and stolen, as important social issues has been annihilated by the corporate 1% ridiculous media. I like how everybody says, oh, CNN's crashing. Their CEO resigned finally, as they not only failed to report Fukushima, they did it with malice, as Gupta. This is the home of Hiroshima. This is the home of Nagasaki. This is the place. As he was over there 2 weeks later, how's a Japanese doctor report? Oh, radiation saves people's lives. That is malice. That is criminal. Let's go fishing at Chernobyl. Remember this, David Gergen, at the 2-year mark of the Obama administration. This is the guy who's the chair and the dean of Harvard. The Harvard chair. And if you think Harvard's all that, think what they lost in their endowment. They are morons. Let's talk about that. What does Gergen say on the CNN is they have 15 people, including Carl Bernstein, that moron, including all these freaking so-called doctors. Susan Cohen, or Mrs. Cohen, the solution to pollution is dilution in regard to Fukushima. Drew Pinsky, their other guy, under indictment for stealing 250 prescriptions. This is what CNN is. These are the people that they are. David Gergen. Well, Reagan didn't have to deal with what Obama has to deal with at the midterm. That being massive unemployment. I'm sitting there watching this, and these are so-called experts, political experts. Bennett, Secretary of Education, these experts sit and drool on themselves. Yeah. The midterm unemployment rate at the Reagan midterm and the Obama midterm, to the decimal identical. To the decimal identical. This is who they are. This is what happened. Social media is changing, as it was a YouTube video that saved my life, literally. As the doctors in my hospital, and you people that are fighting cancer, as they say, what changed this? What changed us? Why are we able to cure people now with the same old chemo, the same old curator? Why is it changing that? The internet. they can communicate with each other. It was a video that I watched that saved my life. This is a very, very iconic moment in world history. As the voice of the people as being heard in one place. There are protests going in Saudi Arabia. There are protests going in Israel. Think about what it takes, the balls, to protest in Saudi Arabia. Think about that. Think about that. They saw your arms off for freaking stealing a candy bar. You don't think that is significant? The voice is being heard in one place. It's not heard in the United States. We are the massive repressed society. As Freud said, a repressive society will fail, and rightfully so, as we are failing. This is Japan. The prosecutors opened the investigation yesterday off a petition. They says, oh, everybody's like a 1300, whoopee. Oh yeah, whoopee. Very different. For a petition to be signed by individuals and go to the government officials in Japan is punishable if it's wrong by the people who signed it. They're listening loud and clear because the 1%, it's finally cracking through their dogmatic rhetoric moron heads. They're not immune. This story is not going away. This story, you people think it's going away, it's the dynamic that the news cycle continues then goes away. This is not going away. The first 500 days of Fukushima is the tip of the iceberg. This story has not even begun in earnest. This story is just getting ready to begin in earnest. As the plutonium plume hits the coast of the United States and California's, as the truth of cancer starts to go like this, as the lies of the IAEA, the NRC, as they are the mouthpiece propaganda machine, as in the Battle of Chernobyl, that line says it so perfectly. The worst thing to come out of that reactor was not plutonium, was not cesium-134, was not cesium-130, was lies. Why can they not get away with the lies this time? Social media, YouTube, people like me, people like so many, as there are websites everywhere. There are people reporting there are people throwing their whole life. Why? Because they have a social conscience that cares about other people. There's the dynamic difference. There is the dynamic difference. They care about their own children. They care about their grandchildren. They care about their own lives. They care about other people because they have a soul. They're not all about me, me, me. I touch myself when I think of you, Jamie, in a congressional hearing. The United States is broken in so many ways. Not by the apparatus as the forefathers built it, as the media apparatus has kidnapped, and it is the masses. As the Japanese people have marched in droves, they are pissed off. They've went and put pressure on their people. Nuclear energy's done in Japan. Nuclear energy's done in freaking Germany. It's over. As we hear here, you can't decommission a plant because it takes $1 billion. That is a fucking lie. It is a fucking lie. It is a fucking lie. We do not need them. I love it in Japan. Oh God, they took them all offline. Did you see blackouts over there? No, it is a scam. It is a fallacy. People are going to go to jail over this. They are, for the first time. For the first time, as the BP executives of the United States, not only do they walk, here, have some more money, we love you. As the right wing gets on their freaking knees and kisses the ring because you have been Rupert 1% incorporated into the machine because you know no better. You know no better. No accountability? Why not? Bush stole the election. Lock, stock, and barrel. Citizens United, 2 Supreme Court justices shouldn't even be there. Lock, stock, and barrel. Why not? Every hairsprayed radical piece of shit there ever was let out of their basement and give carte blanche, go to work. That is the United States. It is because, it is like the old professor told me when I was a young boy in the business psychology class, Sandra Powell. If you're in a relationship, man and woman, or whatever, you're in love with each other, you're married to each other, you have a bond between each other, and one continually is sexually cheating on the other, or financially cheating on the other. Whose fault is it? The one doing the cheating? No. It's the one allowing the cheating. That's the problem of America. That's the problem with the environment. That's the problem as we have feminized America. It is, if you get loud in a courtroom, as I like to say, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. Cordial conversations are dangerous. Passionate, intelligent arguments get results. Keyword intelligence. as this story has yet to begin. We are going to hear it. This is a massive fracture as the prosecutors accepted their petition. For that to happen in Japan, for the prosecutors to accept it and open the investigation, it is on. It is on. And remember this, as they had their hearings, unlike the Jamie Dimon, I touch myself, we love you, here's some more money hearings in the fantasy island fairy tale America that we have created. In Japan, they did their hearings. I listened to them, every one of them, as I have some very close friends who translated for me in Tokyo, some brilliant people in Hong Kong. And I listened. They grilled these people. These were real hearings. They grilled the CEO of TEPCO. They grilled the Prime Minister. They grilled them. These are real hearings. And they came out with their conclusion. Remember this. This was not the conclusion like the United States. Oh, yeah, they were immoral and they're wrong, but we love them. Here's some more money, Goldman Sachs, AIG. Here's some more money as you caused this entire collapse. Here, we will reward you. No, their conclusion was this, that the CEO of TEPCO, the TEPCO executives, the Prime Minister all lied. And it's written in detail. With malice, as CNN with malice, as Fox with malice. Remember these things. As that CEO's name who stepped down from CNN, it's out there. We know who you are. We know who you are. We know what you did. As Aaron Burnett thinks she's the 1%. Seriously, to the people of the Occupy movement and the people that are protesting in the streets, as so many people think it was all in vain, oh no, oh no. Oh no, it was not in vain. And you watch in this next election cycle, as you watch, not just Democrat, Republican, watch how people start picking up progressive ideas. Your voice is being heard. Look at the polls, look at them move, look at the progressive candidates. They're starting to change their ridiculous rhetoric and minds because they're all political operatives. The voice of you and I is being heard. I've never seen so many peace signs and love signs and children everywhere you go, poster art everywhere. As my 2012 poster art, as I get said, it's all about peace and love. The byproduct, everybody's tired of the Karl Rove lie, and the machine says United, he's still doing what he does right here, as he is a criminal. They're tired of Dick Cheney and his rhetoric as he is a criminal. Everybody's sick of it. Everybody's tired of BP and this grandstand here. We walk, we get away. The American masses, the world masses are being heard, and this will be the first that herds. And mark my words, mark gilded in gold, casting cry, TEPCO executives are going to go to jail if they do not commit harikari, which is the honorable thing for them all to do. Japanese government officials are going to go to jail over this. This is the litigation, and as far as me doing what I've got to do, as I'm ready to take a couple trips, whatever, I tried. I'm in investigation, I just didn't have the strength. I'm trying to gain my strength back. I went through 5 rounds of such heavy, intense chemo and radiation as I was on the brink of death, as you know. I'm trying to come back to being a human again. I'm trying to come back to having my life again. As what I went through has been so catastrophic and so overwhelming. I'm trying to be human again. I'm trying to take care of my body. I'm trying to heal spiritually, mentally, physically. I'm trying to recover. My body is trying to make a comeback. You haven't heard the last of me. Not even heard the last, because I will live to tell. Kevin Blanch.